So I've already talked about George Santos's interview last week with Piers Morgan, where he admitted that, yeah, I lied because I didn't think I'd get caught. But there was one line. There's one line in that interview that I did not talk about, and I feel like I have to because I kind of feel like it's super important. And it is when George Santos said, quote, "My credibility is what I'm going to have a hard time and a long road to recover, and I stand clear and I stand certain that I'll be able to do that." He is certain and clear that he will be able to solve this whole credibility problem he's got, and eventually everybody's going to trust him. You know, we're going to love him. We're going to respect him. It's going to be George Santos 2024, guys. You know, it just takes a little bit of time. There is not enough time in all of existence. From now to the end of eternity, there is not enough time for George Santos to rebuild his credibility or to make voters love him. And here's why. It's not just because of the caliber of the lies that he is told. You know, lying about his mother's death, lying about his grandparents and the Holocaust, lying about his education, his sports, his injuries, his past, his jobs, his everything. It's not just that, you know, lying about the stealing money from the guy's dog that you ended up having to kill, basically. That's not why. The why is because we still have not gone a week since this man took office without a new George Santos scandal, a new George Santos lie being exposed. We're not done learning the extent of the lies this man told. So that's why I say it's not just about what we already know. It's about what we've continued to learn. There have been no fewer than 2 George Santos scandals per week since the man was sworn in. That's nuts. Even Trump didn't have 2 scandals per week for 2 straight months. This is crazy. But credibility is not the biggest threat to George Santos. Let's be honest here. This man is never going to win another election anywhere in this country ever again. I don't think there's any concern about that. Your credibility is damaged to the point where by the time you're up for re-election again, that sure as hell isn't enough time to fix it. What you do need to be worried about, however, because your credibility's gone, you're not going to win again, so don't even worry about running. What you need to worry about is how much longer you're going to be a free man. See, that's the real problem. You know, it's not just the lies. It's the potential lies that you've told that are illegal. For example, in your 2020 campaign, we learned this just 7 days ago. In your 2020 campaign, you raised a lot of money, and you said that part of the money you raised, you gave thousands of dollars to other Republican candidates, which is something that's very easy to verify. So when those other candidates were reached out and their campaign finance statements were looked at, they never got a dime from you. But you reported on your filings, which it's illegal to lie on, that you did give them money, but theirs don't show any income from you at all. So there's that. There's the fact that some of your donors listed on your donation list don't exist. You listed a family member as somebody who gave you a couple $1,000s. They said, I never gave him anything. Those are all lies, by the way, that if it's proven that he did lie about it, it's all alleged right now. If you did lie about those things, you're going to jail. Like 100% going to jail. There's also the Ponzi scheme. There's also the questions of just where in the hell did your personal finances come from? There's that box that was found in the car of the credit card scammer from Brazil that was addressed to your residence. Like, what's your involvement with that? There's, of course, the other investigation in Brazil of you stealing the man's checkbook, writing bad checks to buy things. Like, you could still go to jail, not just in the United States, but in Brazil. As I've repeatedly said, there's currently 8 bodies, local, state, federal, and international, that are investigating this man. There's multiple federal agencies looking into him, multiple state agencies looking into him. Your own constituents tried to deliver a petition begging you to resign. You hid in your office and locked the door so they couldn't give it to you. Your own Republican Party that put you up for office has asked you to resign. Everybody hates you, but that's the least of your problems. The hatred will disappear when you disappear. But you just better hope that you don't disappear into a jail cell, because that's probably even worse, I'd imagine, than having people not trust you. But as of right now, kind of looks like that's where your fate is headed. Hi everyone, this here is little Athena, and Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.